about the product. So now you have seen product specifications, product quality, product color, branding, everything. It depends on what kind of market segment you are targeting. So everything is depend on the market segment. It can be customized, right? It's not fixed. The product we are making is not fixed anymore. So the product benefit is versus the product features. So what are the product benefits to the customers? Right? The customer is more interested in what are the benefits of that particular product for me rather than what are the features of the product. I don't really care, right? If let's say iPhone is selling the product, they can be boasting around we have iOS 13 is the fastest, but if it doesn't satisfy the customer needs, it's useless for them. They will never buy, right? So the emphasis is on how the product will solve the customer problems, right? Life cycle. So what is the product life cycle?
From the beginning up to the end,
And where?
up to the decline stage.
Until the
Decline stage.
declining stage. So what is the normal product life cycle?
It's normally a cup.
Mm-hmm.
The introduction,
Yeah, introduction.
growth,
Mhm.
mature, and decline.
Yeah, excellent. So it's an introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. So in the introduction, there is normally a loss because you may be selling the product at a loss because you don't really have recovered a lot of cost. Then it grows towards the growth where you are pushing for more volume. Right? Introduction, you're just trying to get the market, penetrate the market. So your price may be low. You may have to do a lot of promotions. You may have to do a lot of advertisement. But during the growth stage, you may be doing more promotions, less credit terms. So the P's are changing in every life cycle, right? So the price, place, advertisement, everything, all the three P's will change based on the product life cycle, based on the market segmentation as well. Okay, maturity. How the what is the when the product is at its peak, when it's mature already, means the maximum sales, maximum profits. After that it will start to decline and it will end at some point of time, right? It may not end 100%, but the profit will start to decline in loss fashion. So there may be still a demand for the product, but it's not worthwhile to continue doing the product, right? So you're selling it, you're declining. So that is the reason. Maybe I'm not sure you wondered why the Samsung is coming up with a new product all the time. With the Apple is coming with the product every single year. They come with a new product. Why they do? Because they know that the previous phones that they have launched in 3 4 years ago are finished. They are not more in demand. They don't have enough memory. They don't have enough storage space, and to refabricate those old phones, the cost is much more than to give the customer a new phone, right? And how the company will continue to design new things like that. If you continue to use your iPhone you can use for 10 years, it will never go anywhere because the useful life is there, but the economic life for company is not there. They will not continue to sell the same product every, otherwise the Samsung will beat them with the product features, right? So is how product features are coming, what are the benefits. So nowadays everybody is buying them because out of impulsiveness, not because we need it, right? Sometimes you upgrade your phone but you don't need it actually, but you just do it because it's the brand, correct? It's everybody is doing it. So these are called social influencers behaviors. We will learn that a little bit later. Okay, and then you have every product has a finite life. Marketing and sales efforts are done differently at each stage. Then you have product adoption behaviors. So what are adoption behaviors? As per a study, first time adopters. So the first time innovators means that when the product is just launched, only a few people who are supposed to be out of 100%, maybe the first time users are very low in the initial years. They are called innovators, means they want to try everything new, right? They just like to love innovation. They want to have the first in their own hands so that they can show off. Then you have early adopters, means they try because they see the innovators already seeing. So they are innovators are called influencers. Usually they are the one who have great following. So if they use the something, then the early adopters will also start to see the benefit. They will adopt. Then early majority. So we are at the moment in our usually The young, most of the generation is in early adopters and early majority. Then the late means they want to see the first how everybody is using the product. Is it useful or not? Some of them are laggards, means they actually don't want it. They are just the last one who want to adopt anything new, unless their old one is going. And some of them they just don't care. They never buy a new product because they don't need it. Right? So there are some percentage who are never buying it. If you total it up, all will be 100, but there are always somebody who don't want to buy the new product. So there are always some percentage who don't need it. So it's a relative advantage. So it depends. What are the how much early adopters, how much early majorities you will get depends on your relative advantage over the competition products, right? How much new features you are giving. What is the extra benefit that consumers are getting out of the product? Correct. Early advantage. Then you have compatibility. Is it the product is compatible enough with their needs? How complex it is to use? Because the more complex product you are giving is going to be less use. Early adoption is very difficult, especially for a very high product. Like if Apple is trying to do a MacBook, so it's a very high tech one. So maybe the people are adapting late because they are not sure about the technology. What is the new trend in the phones? Does anybody know?
New brand.
The latest trend. What is coming in the market?
Latest brand.
Trend.
Trend.
What is the latest trend which is coming into the market?
From my point of view, they put all in one.
All in one.
With the alarm clock,
Yes.
microphone, recorder, social media, and then GPS, and then speed tracking like that.
Yes.
Everything.
Everything.
All in one. This is trend, I think.
No, that's not the latest trend actually. The latest trend, in my understanding, is coming the foldable phones.
Foldable.
Yeah,
Samsung.
you know,
Yeah.
the Samsung is bringing. Apple also want to bring. Everybody want to bring the foldable. So it's a new hot trend. So how many of you would like to try the foldable phone? Yeah, you are all in the late lagger then. You want to see no, the reason why you may not want to try it because it's complex.
Yeah.
You don't trust it, right? How will I trust that the glass can be folded? Come on, it does not make sense for me. I am a very reasonable person. I will not buy unless everybody else buy it and then it really say okay it can work for last 1 year, 2 year, then okay I will buy. After 2, 3 years, not now. So it depends on how many early innovators, early adopters you get, depends on how compatible and complex your product is. Right? For example, in the financial world, if you come up with a new bond which is like very complicated calculations, nobody will buy. Nobody will invest in those shares or stock exchanges. But if the product is very simple, everybody likes it, okay, then early adoption is very fast. I will give you an example. Maybe you can give me an example. Divisibility and communicability means how people can communicate to each other. Communicability means how can you explain to your friend? Can you explain to your friend? If let's say something is new, can you convince them to buy a foldable phone? It's very difficult, right? Very difficult to explain how it is going to work. They will ask you 10,000 questions before they buy, and you will not be able to answer them. So, divisibility and the communicability is, if it's easier, then it's okay, fine. The otherwise, you will not be able to. So, there are few examples. For example, have you heard of Facebook? Do you think Facebook is easy? Oh, it's
No,
super
it's
easy. Huh?
Previous time very difficult to use.
Previous time very difficult to use. So when they make it easy, the adoption rate is like, because Facebook is not very old company, it's a very fairly new company, maybe 6, 7 year old. But you see now they control more than the world's population as their database, as their users. Why is so fast? Why is the adoption is so quick? Because it's easy,
Simple.
communicator and communicatable. You can just tell, oh, come on the Facebook. You can share your photos. Easy, simple, right? No need to explain them too much. It's understandable already.
Sometimes, they don't understand, for the first user, they don't understand if they see someone's post, they thought that it's talking to them.
Yeah. Though it's some are still there. That's why you
They
said
try to answer everything on post.
yeah. So those are the last laggards. There is some percentage which never adopt the new things. Difficult to adopt. So the social media is one example where they had an advantage. For example, the social media actually deleted the usage of phones, usage of the calling, telephone cards, emails. Emails is something which was very very fast, adopted super fast because it reduced the usage. It reduced the time how much you need to communicate, right? Technically the emails and the postcards work in exactly the same way. The only difference is electronic and that is paper. If you send a paper, if I want to send a postcard to my friend in US, it may take a week. If I want to send an email, not even a second, reach there immediately, right? You are calling on messengers. At some point of time, Yahoo Messengers was super famous, right?
Feeling.
Yeah, different feeling already. So Yahoo Messenger was famous. Now Yahoo Messenger nobody use. They all use WhatsApp. Why? Have you ever think of why Yahoo Messenger is not useful anymore?
Not function well.
Because not function well. They even have a app called from the phone. But the problem with the Yahoo Messenger is you have to have their user ID. For WhatsApp, you don't need. You just connect with your phone and done. Easy, right? Make life easier. And then you can see that the person has read your message or not. Now everybody is saying, okay, after WhatsApp, Viber also, Messenger also, even iPhone also, everybody is now telling you the person has seen the message or not. Everybody is doing that because the customer want to know, have you seen my message already or not? I'm wondering now. I have sent you the message, but I don't know it's reached you already or not, and have you read it or not, right? So WhatsApp gave the flexibility. It show you two buttons first. It's delivered already, so I'm sure delivered. Oh, blue already, so it means he has seen it. So, but not responding me back. Why? So it's different. The consumer, there was no need for that, but it just created. So sometimes you need to create a need. But WhatsApp is not charging anything from you, right? It's free. Is it really free?
No.
Yeah. So you are paying the data, correct? So you are one thing you are paying the data. Second thing you are being there. You are spending your time. The more time you spend on WhatsApp, the more reliable they are becoming. And nowadays WhatsApp is starting these payment services. Why in India is not here yet, but in India they are starting the payment services. Why they are starting a payment services? Because they lock you in their ecosystem. You can do the call with them, you can do messaging with them, you can do video calling with them. Now you can do payments with them. So the moment, and then you can make a group chat you are using for business also now. There's a WhatsApp for business. You need to pay a fees to connect your customers. You can, but you have to pay a fee. So it's not free anymore. Free for you because you are paying your time, with your attention, with your time spent. But Fez is not free for everyone. Not for free for advertisers, not free for businessmen, and definitely they are gonna charge a lot of money when they connect with the payment bank. So everybody is trying that. As in the first slide we said, database. This is the database, power of data, right? So that's how the modern sales is now working. This is technology, but even though non-technology, the cars are also trying to get your data, how you behave, because they are getting smart cars, correct? Internet of Things. Amazon is selling you the Siri for almost. You think that technology is cheap? The one that they are selling to you at your home, Siri or what is Alexa, they are not cheap. They're very expensive, but they are giving to you because they are collecting your data. They are collecting your behaviors. How when you turn off your light, what kind of music you are hearing, because you can tell Alexa, right? Alexa, play this song. Okay, so now they know what you like. So they will sell you that music anymore. You might have searched on your Google that whenever you search something, you get more advertisement like them because cognitive behaviors. That's how complex the market has become. Okay, we can talk about whole night, but let's finish this one. Pricing. So key inputs in the pricing, how you decide your price. What is the the major characteristic when you are deciding your price, what is the major thing that you are doing, that you are thinking, how you decide your prices?
The production cost.
Production cost, one, your
Production cost
margins.
means everything, all raw materials
Mhm.
up to the final stage,
Yeah.
and the distribution cost, labor cost,
Labor cost,
everything.
Let's assume it all cost plus profit. Okay, that's one. Next, what else?
And the
Profit. Okay, what else?
tax.
All in. Okay, finance, except finance. Okay, for example, I ask you, this maybe cost me 30 cents to product, including the profit. How much you gonna sell this? I tell you, including the tax, my profit, everything is cost me $1. How much you gonna sell this to me? What will be your thinking when you are quoting me? I know I want to buy. How much you will pay? How much you will sell to me? What is the first thing that comes to your mind? You know this cost $1. Never mind. That's fixed, including your profit, everything. You know that if you want to make 20% profit on your return on investment, is all done. Considered, everything considered. Cost you $1.
How many pieces you want to sell?
That's one thing, is how many pieces I want to buy. Okay, another thing.
And one will be your break even.
That's all finance matters, except finance matters. Forget about finance now. What else?
The usage.
Usage. Do you know? Do you want to know how I'm gonna use this? What is my need? What is the buyer need? What I'm about to pay you? What I can pay you? Do you want to know?
Yes.
Right? If let's say this cost you $1, if I pay you 1.5, you should be more than happy, jumping around. Oh, make a big sale, right?
Yes.
But my perception for this is because I'm teaching it, I'm using it. It's very easy. I don't need to tap.
Yes.
I want to pay you maximum $5 for this.
Yes.
But so did you make a profit of 0.5 or you lost 3.5?
No.
You lost 3.5 because you didn't know what buyer want to pay.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
What is the buyer's perception? Buying power. What is my buying power? How much I want to pay?
Yes.
What is my value perception? How much what is my need for this, right? This is what is the most important part in the pricing decision. The cost is a very small thing.
Yes.
Especially for service industries, especially for even for manufacturing industries, cost is very small. Otherwise, the companies will not make 10,000 millions of dollars of profit because they don't really know. They don't really matter. It doesn't matter how much it costs. What matters is what is the buying power. The cost market plus final price is, yes, that's one consideration. That will tell you the minimum.
Yeah.
This is the minimum you can sell. Not more than this, not less than this. But, and what is your competition? How much I can buy this in market? If market is selling me for $5, you can sell me for 4.5. I will buy from you,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And even if you want to sell me for $6, you prove to me why it's worth $6. I will buy for 6. It depends on my decision. What is my need? That's why I said, what is my value? What is my buying power to buy this product? Right? That goes into the pricing decisions. And then other factors are, what is the company's objective? How much return I want to achieve from my return of investment? I want to return 10%, 15%, 20%, 30%, whatever. And marketing objective. For example, penetration. When you saw that in the initial stage of your introduction, then your maturity, then your growth, then the decline. So the pricing decisions depend. In introductory stage, our marketing objective is to get as many as customers. So I cannot sell expensive. I have to sell cheap, but definitely not below my cost price. But I have to sell at cheaper price so that I can gauge the market. I can gain most of my market. At the growth phase, I want to maximize my profits. So because the product is very popular already, so I will increase the price, right? Or during the growth phase, during the last phase, dying phase, there is no market. The market has saturated already. So I should reduce the price so that I can continue to get at least the similar number of people or minimum profit before I am able to introduce a new product. Correct? So introducing a new product or not introducing new product? Is it a marketing decision, or is it CEO decision, or is is a production head decision? Who decides what product to make, what when it's to be launched? Who will decide that? Or everybody will decide it together?
After making analysis, competitor analysis.
Competitor analysis, product analysis. Everybody means the marketing guy has to tell the CEO, hey, our product is going to die very soon because the market is like that. Let's make a new product or get a new launch in the pipeline so that we can plan properly, right? The investment to make a product is not very easy. You need to invest money. You need to invest time. You need to invest R&D, right? You have seen now by the time you have a very fair idea of the market, why the market is there. So you need to research the market. What is the need? What is the segment? What features they want? What problem they want to solve? What the competitor is doing. So you need to do a research and development cost. There's a lot of things in going there. Then what is the demand? As you said, how many you want to buy? If I want to buy a lot, you can charge me a lot of price, right? But if I don't want to buy, there is no demand, so you cannot charge me a very high price. Correct? Scarcity. What is your scarcity? How much is available in the product in the market also? Correct? So those are all things going into the pricing decisions. Then place. Distribution. How we select the distribution channel. You can do home delivery. You can do online distribution. You can do a whole retail distribution. It depends on what is the objective. What is the required market is saying. Your market. If you have mostly consumer, old age consumer, they will need to go either home delivery or they want to go and touch, like women's clothings. I don't know how many of you buy online things. You still want to go and try fit or not fit, color, not color, comfortable, not comfortable, right? You cannot buy it, you cannot sell them online. It's very difficult to sell online. You can buy, you can try, right? So in the past, the companies used to try, sell them first. But then the ladies were saying, oh, if I buy means I cannot return. So there's a guarantee. No questions asked guarantee. Refund. No problem. You don't like the product, refund it. We will pay your price. No questions will be asked. So that is a model in India. If you buy for fashion brands, they are giving a guarantee. Within few days, you can return the product. No questions will be asked. You just return the product, never mind, if you don't like it. Because the fear is there. Your consumers are actually used to of buying to the mom and pop shop, feel, test. Even my wife, at this point of time, I want to buy any electronic, any toy, 10,000 chat toy also. She said, please try. Put the battery in, show me it works or not. Otherwise, I'm not going to buy. Even 10,000 chat, no, $7 only, $8. Still don't buy. But she will ask to try. So that's how the market is. The market depends on what is the early adopter, what is your target market. So your marketing distribution channel depends, and your level of service depend on the delivery times. For example, cost. How much is the cost? For example, you can say I will deliver it very quickly, but then your cost of inventory will increase, cost of service distribution will increase. There's a lot of other consideration in the pricing. You can do home delivery, right? Accessibility of the peoples, how the peoples are accessing your service of the customers. So it used to be the service centers like this, from people to machine to software went on internet, now it's cloud, right? In the social media selling, then now come back to peoples. So the future is coming back to the peoples again. Promotions. It's a comprehensive plan with the strategic mix of each component. All the components, there are 5 components, right? We just discussed advertising, social media, marketing, promotions, direct sales, or other kind of channels. The mix will depend on each product cycle and is different for each market mix. Correct? For old age peoples, you will not be able to sell online. You have to sell via newspaper, because they still like to read the newspaper. They still like to read the newspaper magazines, or they go to the parks, right? But the new age peoples, unless if you don't do the Facebook advertising or the mobile ads, you will lose them, because they are not looking at the phone or newspaper anyway. I myself have not read the newspaper for last 3 years already. So I don't read it. So means I don't know what's happening in the market. Every news I get is from the Facebook, or go to Bloomberg.com, or go to the CNN.com or BBC.com directly and read whatever I want to understand from there. But no more newspapers. So newspaper advertisement, if my marketing person is coming to me to approve a marketing ad in the newspaper, I said, sorry, forget it. It's too expensive. We are not going to approve it because no worth, right? So it depends on what is your market. Information for all sales force. So it means you need to tell your salespeople whatever information, whatever promotions you are running. Otherwise, you're selling something on direct sales and your salespeople are selling something else. They are maybe telling different products. They are maybe telling different features, right? So this is how the marketing mix is working. So all the sales force need to be have product knowledge and the marketing knowledge. Okay, marketing mix for B2B, B2C, and B2B. So marketing mix, your 4 P's will differ from market to market. If you're selling to consumer, you're selling to business. It's gonna be different, right? B2C means B2C's consumer is more concerned about the branding, about the packaging, about the logo, about the design, and this product is a very standard product, but it has a very short life cycle because the customer need to change. The customer behaviors are changing very fast, right? The things you like when you were 21-year old and now you're 40-year old, the likings are different already. Same person but different likings. It change based on your income, change based on your spending habits, change on your culture, change from your company to company, right? You may be working in a small company now. Next year you are working in Yoma Group. Your level of spending, your clothes choice, your pen choice, your shoes choice will different because of the environment, right? B2B is more on technical specifications, not too much on the design, not too much on the logo, more on the design, problem solving, how it's solving the problems, and also the after sales service. Is it reliable or not? What is the backup in case this product goes off? What is the backup? So the B2B is working more on reliability, not on the design aesthetics. That doesn't matter. Value for money. So price for B2C is value for money and no negotiations. Nobody is going to ask this Apple, oh, give me 5% discount. No, nobody. We just tell the price, and then if they get a discount, they get a promotion, they will buy, but they will never negotiate. But you think B2B is gonna ask? No. Even though there is a standard price, like for example, me and now I'm going to buy some air cons for my company. So I asked, okay, what is the catalog? Oh, the standard price for Mitsubishi is, let's say, $400. I said, well, I'm not going to buy $400 because I'm buying hundreds in bulk. So I need after sale guarantee. I need a person to come and see me, give me a brochure, satisfy my technical needs, and then, okay, now I'm gonna buy 100. What is my price? The retail price of 400 doesn't work for me anymore, right? So it's a negotiation. It's a very, very high negotiation. Then your promotions, it depend on B2C is different, right? Because it's heavy emphasis on the non-personal advertisements, promotion, discounts. But B2B is different. B2B is more personal interaction. You have to go and tell the person, sell your idea, sell your solution, right? Facts, no gimmicks. You cannot tell them, oh, it looks great. No, have to show all facts. Distribution you can normally B2C is via, most of the time is retail store or online, right? You're not going to buy your clothes from factory directly. You're buying them from retail store, right? So your company can have their own retail stores. They may own their own retail stores, or they can sell via different retail stores like City Mart, or they can sell via wholesalers. Wholesalers are selling to the main distributors, and then it works this way. A lot of intermediaries. But for the customer service plays an important role in brand retention. If the brand is the one to retain its value, then it has to have a very good customer retention. But B2B is doesn't work in that way. Mostly direct deliveries, no less intermediaries. There has not been that there is no intermediary, because factories sometimes they don't want to go and sell directly. They have intermediaries, wholesalers. but less deliveries. And the efficiency is matter. Speed of delivery matters because business to business. People's nowadays the businesses are not interested in investing into the inventories anymore. So the faster delivery you do is better for them because they don't need to keep them. They don't need to pay you the money for keeping their items in the store and use it later. No, they want immediate. Okay, I want today, get me today, and get the money. So it's some just in time, right? Have you heard of just in time? Yeah. So just in time inventory approach. So that is the new trend in business B2B. Okay. So this is the relationship between the marketing and the sales. Okay, so sales objective, marketing objective is, let's say, build what? Sales objective is to build a sales volume, to increase the distribution, provide a high service levels. The strategy for that is can be high sales calls on the existing accounts, high focus during sales calls, or call new accounts, prospects. So the marketing is different, sales is different, right? So you understand the difference between sale and marketing, right? Sale is a direct sale, providing the logistics. Marketing is just create awareness about the product. So marketing and sales has to go hand in hand. They cannot go separately. You cannot market a product and sell something else, right? It has to go and it has to have a same objective. Your marketing efforts, your objective, your strategies has to be the same as what is your marketing things going on, short term and long term. If you want to hold your sales volume, then you continue to do the sales for your current client. So a different marketing strategy means different sales goals, and sales strategy will be the similar to what your marketing strategy is. And your marketing strategy is dependent on your back to marketing mix, right? Your competition, your value, your market segmentation, trends, so all those things. Okay. Okay, so the is a very simple and concise version of how we do the sales and marketing plan. We are not going to go into deeper details of this. So the definition first is we do the business definition. What is our corporate mission? What we want to achieve in as a corporate. Then you do a situation analysis. Okay, what is the current situation in the market? What is the political situation, economic situation, social, legal, environmental situation. Then after we do the situation analysis, we understand what are our objectives. What do we want to achieve after we have done the analysis of the market, of the competition. What is our objective? And then we do potential. How we are going to do the market potential. What is the total market potential? What is the forecast? And then we generate and select the strategies.